All right, good morning, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center while we watch Cat 1 Hurricane Nicholas sit just off the upper Texas coast. It's just off the coast of Matagorda County, right there on the border of Matagorda and Brazoria County. And the pink areas are hurricane warnings now in effect, now that we've upgraded this as of the 10 o'clock advisory to a Cat 1 75-mile-an-hour hurricane. Now the forecast track at 10 o'clock had it moving almost due north through Houston toward midday and then turning east toward the Texas-Louisiana border as we head into Wednesday, Thursday. However, there are changes taking place with that forecast. It appears to be on a more easterly track, and that's going to have impacts on who gets the heaviest wind and rain as we head through the next several hours. Now, I made this a little earlier. Landfall predicted at 2 a.m. I think it's getting very close to landfall now, right there on the Brazoria-Matagorda County line. So that may be close to being correct within an hour or so. And this track took a weakening tropical storm, Nicholas, to downtown by around 10 a.m. But now it's looking like that may end up on a much more easterly track, putting it further southeast than we had earlier thought. That would push the rain toward the coast and the east a little bit more. We'll go over it all here as we move along. We're getting, these are current wind gusts. So these are the peak gusts over the past 15 minutes. Gust to 54 in Galveston. A lot of power outages in Galveston. More than 50,000 power outages across our southern and western and southwest counties this evening from the wind. Pearland gust to 30. Angleton had a gust to 46. Sugar Land a gust to 35. Got some power outages in the Fort Bend County area, a few thousand. 47-mile-an-hour gust in Palacios. Those are gusts. As far as sustained winds go, they're not quite as high, but they're there. These are sustained winds at 36 in Galveston out of the east. Sustained wind at 25 in Sugar Land at last check. 18 in Houston, 18 Hobby, Pearland 17, Angleton 26. Palacios sustained winds at 33. North and west of the 59 corridor, winds are breezy, 10 to 15, but not too terribly bad. Wind gust forecast. This is going into 4:30 a.m., so a few hours from now. And the new model run has a center here north of Angleton, right over Highway 288 in Brazoria County. Alvin, perhaps right over you by 4:30 a.m. That's the center. And potential wind gusts to 42 at Bush, Katy 49, Galveston to 59. But here's the thing. To get these gusts, you've got to get these rain bands coming in, and we're not getting any rain bands toward Katy or Tomball or Bush or Conroe. Maybe a rain band near Sugar Land. We're getting some light rain and drizzle there. But so far, we haven't seen winds anywhere close to that 40, 50-mile-an-hour range in North and West Harris County, and it's looking unlikely that we will, although there are always some uncertainties and some surprises with these landfalling hurricanes. So as we head toward noon today, so we go from here to, now here's the center, eastern Liberty County, so that would put it on a track to the northeast instead of taking it through downtown. So remember, the strongest winds, heaviest rain are along and to the right of motion. So that would put the strongest winds and heaviest rain from Alvin to Mont Bellevue to Winnie to then just north of Beaumont, along and to the south of that. So our coastal counties would see the heaviest rain and the strongest wind on that track if it verifies, and we would not see gusts anywhere close to this in our northwest counties. Go into 5 p.m., there's your center. We go into 9 o'clock tonight, center moving into southwest Louisiana. That's going to transition all the bad weather into Louisiana by late this evening, Tuesday evening. Here's a look at the radar. Interesting to see this fetch of moisture coming in, wrapping around the center of Hurricane Nicholas. But notice how there is nothing on the west side of this storm. We've had strong winds come in at the upper level. So while winds are blowing east to west at the surface, up at 34,000 feet, they are blowing in exactly the opposite direction, and that's tending to rip apart and lopside the storm and also bring in dry air to the northwest side. Another reason why the northwest counties are just getting drizzle, light rain, and that's about it. Closer view. So I am watching for lightning. That's where the heaviest rain, deepest convection will be. When you see lightning like this flash near Brazosport, that tells me that you've got up and down motion in that storm that could wring out that entire juicy tropical vertical column, and you can get rainfall rates of 4, 5, 6 inches per hour in an atmosphere like this with lightning. And when we had Harvey Tremendous amounts of lightning. That first night that it flooded us so bad, lightning was incredible. That was telling us that it will wring out all that tropical moisture, and that's why we had such a terrible flood happen so quickly with Harvey. It was the convection. If you remember Tropical Storm Allison, tremendous lightning show, June 2001, strobe light of lightning. But with this system, we're not seeing it, so we don't have a whole lot of convection. So although these are heavy rain showers, and look at Brazoria County now, Angleton to Alvin, that's a good, steady, moderate to heavy rain, wind blown as well. But it's not that incredible, super quick flash flooding type of rain. Now, you'll see high water spots on roadways in here. You've got advisories for high water spots on the roads, Brazoria, Matagorda County. That'll move into Galveston County. See the heavier rain shield now moving into southwest Galveston County. So just, you're tucked into bed, you're at home, you're at your table with your computer up, just stay there. We'll be on the air with full reports. We've got reporters down across the coast starting at 4 a.m. this morning, so no one gets out into this mess and gets caught off guard. Closer view, a little bit of rain now developing Chambers County, Baytown to Winnie. There's your heavier rain. There's a flash of lightning near Brazosport. That's that one flash. That's it. If I saw like 100 flashes in here, I would be getting very concerned about very quick flash flooding, but this is a slower build. We could still have rises on creeks, of course, but it's happening at a slower pace. That's all good. It could have been much worse. This is playing out as best as we could have hoped for, considering we've got a Cat 1 sitting right off our coast. Rain totals so far, and this is interesting. Remember we were talking about 10 to 15 inch rain totals in some spots? Well, we've had our 10-inch rain total so far, but it's been over the water. Water raining on water. That's a great place to put it. On the coast of Brazoria County, 5.5 to 6 inches, 7 inches just inland. That's Matagorda County. This is where we do have some flood advisories. Coastal areas, Brazoria, Matagorda County, for a lot of low-lying roads in there that have high water on them. You do not want to get out in that, especially when it's dark. Almost 4 inches in Galveston so far. 2 1/3 just south of Baytown. Sugarland, 1.5 or so. 2.2, 1 inch, but that's it. And those 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain up in here, not enough to cause any sort of widespread problems because we went into this so dry. Okay, rainfall forecast. So this is our rapid refresh. This initiates and runs every hour, and it is consistent with this new track like this instead of up through the immediate Houston area, putting the heaviest rain along our coastal counties as we head through 2:30 in the afternoon. This is now through 2:30 this afternoon. An additional 3.5 to 4 at Hobby, an additional 3 to 4 in Angleton, an additional 4 to 5 in Galveston, maybe 7 inches in portions of Chambers County. So the flash flooding threat is still there, but it's not a 10 to 15 inch rain total, and it's confined to our coastal county. So we're watching y'all carefully, Dickinson, League City. You know, you've got the potential for multiple inches of rain right in here, Clear Lake, Nassau. Hasn't happened yet, but it's possible over the next several hours you could get 4, 5, 6, 7 inches of rain in here. Northwest counties, 1/10 of an inch, Tomball, Katy, 1/2 inch at Bush, not enough to cause any problems whatsoever. And we go through into Wednesday, and all the rain then transitioned here. The new rain is now here. So this is just going to be a tonight and a Tuesday rain threat. Wednesday it transitions. Here's our extended forecast. So today is Tuesday. So Wednesday it's a 50% chance for rain. Thursday we back off and we go back to late summer-like conditions going into the coming weekend. That's where we stand right now. Flash flood watch still in effect. We'll have a live update on the TV side coming up at the top of the hour, 1 a.m. We'll see you then for our next live update.